Get a Job in Tech, episode 361. If you're a new leader and you want to come off as respected and you want to say the right things and you try not to say the wrong things. Okay, here's a couple examples. This is what not to say. Don't say, "Let me know if you need anything." The reason that you don't say that is because you put the burden on them to ask for help. It's too vague to be useful. Instead, say this: "I'll check with you, let's say on next Friday, on a specific issue you're having or project." And this works because it makes supportive and proactive actionable. It shows you're paying attention. The next thing, don't say like, "Who dropped the ball here?" Don't say that. The reason you don't say that is it plays the blame game and sparks defensiveness. And it fixates on the past instead of solutions. A good way to say something like that would be, "Walk me through what happened so we can prevent this next time." The reason this works is because it encourages honest problem solving and turns mistakes into learning opportunities. Another one is you don't want to say, "We've always done it this way." Don't say that. The reason you say you don't want to say that is because it kills innovation and progress. It signals resistance to fresh ideas. Instead, something like this: "Help me understand what you're seeing that I might be missing." The reason you say this, it invites new perspectives, makes people feel heard and valued. Another one not to say, "That's not your job." Don't say that as a leader, because it stifles initiative and ownership, which is very key. You want your employees to feel ownership. Keep in mind, if you have more than 5 employees, you work for them. So if you have 10 employees, you work for them. They don't work for you. The other thing this do is when you say that's not your job, it creates artificial barriers. Instead, say something like, "I appreciate you spotting that. Let's discuss how to best handle it." The reason you say this, it encourages proactive thinking and it keeps momentum and collaboration forward. Another one not to say is, "You should have." Like, you should have. The reason you don't say these things is it creates shame and defensiveness. And overall, it's, should have X. You should have. You can't go back in time. Instead, say something like, "Next time, what if we try?" And then say something like X or Y. The reason is you future focus, it's future focused and constructive and encourages a growth mindset. Another thing not to bring up or don't say as a leader, "I don't have time right now." The reason you don't say that is it makes people feel unimportant and it creates distance and frustration. And say something like, "I want to give this the attention it deserves. Can we talk at," put a date and a time to that. The reason you do that is it shows you care while setting clear expectations. The next one is just figure it out. The reason this may not be good is it creates stress and isolation, missing a coaching opportunity. Instead, say, "What part are you stuck on? Let's break it down together." The reason you do this, it offers support without micromanaging, and it turns a roadblock into a learning moment. The next one, "That's a bad idea." Don't say that as a leader. It sets up creativity and risk taking. Misses a chance to refine their thinking. Instead, say something like, "What problem are you trying to solve?" This encourages discussion instead of dismissal. It shows respect for their thought process. Don't say, "I'm disappointed in you." The reason you don't say this is it triggers shame and defensiveness. And it damages trust and morale. This is as a leader, of course. Say something like, "This isn't the quality I know you can deliver. What do you need to get there?" The reason for that, it maintains high standards while offering support, and it keeps the focus on solutions. And finally, don't say like, "Because I said so," especially as a leader. Destroys buy-in and motivation. People need to buy into your vision or whatever you're trying to accomplish. And you're missing a teaching moment. Instead, say something like, "Let me share my thinking on this." So you're building trust and understanding, and you model transparent leadership. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.